Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub after a hectic day with mock test, and I had some speaking assignments at a certain place, so here I am. Well guys, I'm going to give you prediction for 23rd October 2021 Ielts test. I'm so sorry I couldn't make prediction for 16th October because I had to travel to other cities delivering lectures on Ielts and all that. So that week was quite busy week for me. 23rd October Ielts test. Now, I just made review video for 16th October and one of the students from Bangladesh informed me there were so many multiple choice questions. Even in part 1, questions 8 to 10, 9 and 10, they were multiple choice questions. Then in part 2, they were multiple choice questions with matching. And even in part 4, they were multiple choice questions. So guys, let's take a start. 23rd October listening. Now, let me tell you, it depends actually. What happened on 16th October, they played old test, right? Like quite old test, and the pattern was actually old pattern. Now, if it is going to be the old pattern, then you can see multiple choice in part 1. You can see part 3, no more than 3 words, right? And in part 4, again, you can see multiple choice. But if it is going to be the latest pattern means 5 years old, 8 years old pattern. So if it is going to be the latest pattern, then in part 1, the question type is going to be one word only. Listening part 1, right? Otherwise, it can be multiple choice questions with one word only. In part 2, according to my prediction, 3 type of questions are important. First of all, it's multiple choice, where out of 3 options, you got to select 2. Second, again multiple choice. I call it double multiple choice, where out of 5, you got to select 2. And along with this, there can be a map. Right? Yes, exactly. Now, let's talk about part 3, IELTS listening part 3. In part 3, usually 2 type of questions are most important. Number 1, multiple choice, and number 2, matching if the test is not old one. And if the test is old, then there can be no more than 2 words, no more than 3 words, these type of questions. As far as listening part 4 is concerned, listening part 4 is for one word only if the test is not old. Right? If they give you old test, then we don't know. There can be multiple choice. There can be no more than 3 words. Right? So I have noticed now there is a season for IELTS that they are actually playing old tests and new tests together. One old, one new. Right, 2 old, then 2 new, or anything like that. Okay, so you should practice from Cambridge IELTS books 7, 8, 9, 10 until 16. Don't ignore, even you can start from book number 5. Book number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until book number 16. Because, book 5 covers the tests which were made 10 years ago or even more than that, right? Okay. Now, let's go on. After listening, we talk about academic reading. As far as academic reading is concerned, overall the test is going to be moderate. But one passage can be difficult, and that difficult passage can be second passage or maybe third passage. The type of questions which you can come across in IELTS reading academic, number 1, in part 1. Sentence completion is very common. Along with sentence completion, there will be true, false, not given. And these 2 question types are the question types where questions and answers are in order. They should not be difficult, right? Along with this, in part 2, important question type is which paragraph contains the following information, or you can come across some list of headings type of questions as well in part 2, and then there can be some questions which are completion type of questions. In part 3, they are going to give you mainly the questions which are multiple choice questions, because in part 3 they check certain things. Multiple choice questions are very common in part 3. Along with multiple choice, they may give you some summary completion questions. They may give you some yes, no, not given type of questions as well. So just focus. Yes, no, not given, then multiple choice questions, and matching is another important type of questions for reading part 3, right? So you should focus these questions for academic reading. As far as gender training reading is concerned, good news for gender training candidates, section 1 and 2 are going to be easy. One easy peasy, second easy, and third is going to be moderate to difficult. As far as first section is concerned, two question types are most important. Number one, which paragraph contains the following information? We also call it matching. Second important question type in part 1, general training reading, that is what we call true, false, not given. In general training reading, section 2, important question type is completion type of questions. And along with completion type of questions, there can be short answer questions. Okay, so these two types of questions are very important for GT reading part 2. As far as GT reading part 3 is concerned, the first and most important question type is list of headings. Be ready for that. Along with list of headings, there can be some questions which are multiple choice questions. There can be summary completion. So list of headings, multiple choice questions, summary completion, and there can be a couple of questions like yes, no, not given. So this is all about general training reading for 23rd October. As far as writing is concerned, let's talk about academic writing task 1. So academic writing task 1, this time according to my prediction, graph with the trend and comparative graphs, they are important. Like for every exam, I usually tell the students either it's going to be graph with the trend or it's going to be a comparative graph. But along with this, please also focus process diagram. Right? There can be process diagram as well. My videos, my study plans are all available absolutely free of cost for all 4 modules and every part of Ielts. I've done a lot of work on Ielts, so you can just find these study plans, and these study plans literally cover Ielts inside out, A to Z. Right? Just text me on WhatsApp and I'll share these study plans with you. So we were talking about academic Ielts writing task 1, mainly graph with the trend where there are ups and downs and all that, okay, and comparative graph where there are comparisons along with process diagram, but don't ignore maps also. Now, because Ielts test is being conducted all over the world and then there are variations and people watch my videos from different corners of the world, so therefore I'm telling you this. As far as essay is concerned, on 16th October, we had opinion essay. So according to my prediction, main prediction, it's going to be a discussion essay on 23rd October. This is my prediction. Prediction can be right or wrong as well, right? Yeah. I don't know, but it's a prediction. There can be discussion essay, and remember, if it is discuss both views and give your own opinion, then you should write 5 paragraphs. Introduction, discuss one view, discuss second view, give your opinion, and conclusion. Or introduction, discuss the first view which you support, discuss the second view that you don't support, and then conclusion. It's all up to you. But focus discussion essay and opinion essay both. But do not ignore problem solution and advantages, disadvantages as well. Main focus should be on discussion and opinion essay. And by the way, my study plans are available for discussion essay, opinion essay, every type of essay, every type of report, and they are just a message away, WhatsApp message. Now, let's talk about general training writing task 1. In the last exam, it was semi-formal letter. Now, this time on 23rd October, I actually anticipate formal letter, right? So just go on and prepare formal letter. But actually, I don't know, like you are in Australia, New Zealand, New York, wherever you are and you're taking Ielts test in Toronto, right? Or maybe in Jakarta, or maybe in, Japan somewhere, right? So for that, you should focus informal letter as well, a letter to a friend. Either it's going to be a letter in formal setting, formal actually, or it can be a letter that is informal letter. So in both cases, you need to work hard and prepare these letters. As far as speaking is concerned, you guys already know what to do and you can follow that, and my study plans are available for that as well. Well, guys, once you are done with your exam on 23rd October, I would wait for your message on 23rd October evening, and then I'm going to make a review video. If you send me a message, write your name down, your name, your country, your test center, your city, academic or general training Ielts, and then share all the information with me in listening part 1, question type, listening part 2, part 3, part 4, and all that. Okay, I'll wait for your message and I will make a video on that, and try to send me the message earlier so that I could make a video. All the best. I also teach Ielts on campus here in Lahore. This is my Ielts masterclass, and online all over the world. If you want to be the part of my online or on-campus Ielts classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.